NBA's playoffs are starting tomorrow, so I decided to make my NBA playoff predictions. Let's get into. So, for the first prediction, Memphis vs Utah, I got Utah winning in 5 games. I think Utah is a better team, and although Donovan Mitchell's injury is scary, I think he's going to come back soon. Memphis could get 1 game on them, maybe even 2, but I got Utah in 5. For the Clippers vs the Mavericks, although the Mavericks are a great team, no one else can really do anything on the offensive side of the ball except Luka Doncic. And yes, Kristaps Porzingis is a great player, but no one knows if he's going to be healthy at all, and the Clippers are too much for them. Even if Paul George plays bad, I've got the Clippers in 6 games. Okay, this is the Nuggets vs the Trailblazers. I wanted to pick the Trailblazers since the Nuggets don't even have Jamal Murray, but I quickly realized that the Nuggets have Nikola Jokic, and I think that's too much for the Portland Trailblazers' terrible defense to handle, so I've got the Denver Nuggets winning this in 6 games. Next up is the Phoenix Suns vs the LA Lakers. Now, this is a very, very sad thing for the Phoenix Suns, since the Phoenix Suns are the 2 seed and are versing the Lakers in the first round. You don't want this to happen to you, so I got the Lakers winning this in 6 games. Most of these series are 6-game series, so that's pretty good. Let's go to the East. In the East, although the Wizards have Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, Alex Len is not guarding Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons is a good defender for Bradley Beal, so it's probably a Russell Westbrook show, and we don't really know how that's going to go, especially in the NBA playoffs. So I've got the 76ers winning this one in 5. Here's the Knicks vs the Hawks. I think this is a great series. I really like this series. But at the end of the day, I think the Knicks are going to give Trae Young a lot of headaches. And although the Hawks have a really good coach, and he was with the Pacers, I don't think he is that good in the playoffs. I like Tom Thibodeau and his defense. And Trae Young is really their offense. So they can't really do anything if Trae Young is having bad nights. I got the Knicks in 6. This is going to be a crazy, crazy series between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. This was really hard to predict, but the Milwaukee Bucks have Jrue Holiday, and I think he's an upgrade from Eric Bledsoe. They have more talent. They're better on the offensive end, and the Miami Heat don't even have Victor Oladipo. Although they have a great defensive identity and know how to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo, I've got Milwaukee in 7. I wouldn't be surprised if the Miami Heat won this series. Here's Boston vs the Brooklyn Nets. I usually got the Brooklyn Nets in 5 games. Okay, now here's the second round. This is going to be a very, very bold take. This is going to be Utah vs the Clippers. I've got Utah winning this in 7 games. And here's why. I feel like Rudy Gobert is going to be too much for the Clippers to handle. And although they have great defenders for Donovan Mitchell, something is telling me the Utah Jazz are going to upset the LA Clippers in 7 games. It will be a close series, a great series. And although Rajon Rondo is there, and yes, he's great in the playoffs, he's your starting point guard basically. Which other facilitator do you really have? I still do not believe in the Clippers. I got the Utah Jazz winning this in 7 games. Alright, here's the Denver Nuggets against the LA Lakers. This will be a close series. This would be a great series. But at the end of the day, the Lakers are going to win. It's going to be too much for them. Lakers in 6 games. It could be in 5 games, sure. But I got the Lakers in 6. And I think it's going to be too much to handle for the Denver Nuggets since they don't have Jamal Murray in the dang playoffs. Alright, Philly vs the Knicks. It's pretty obvious, Philly in 5. I mean, they're a more talented team offensively. So I think they're going to win the game since they're way more talented offensively. And both are really good defensive teams. But since the Philadelphia 76ers have more talent offensively, I got Philly. And yep, this is a close series between Milwaukee and Brooklyn. I do not got Milwaukee. I got Brooklyn winning this. Now, I first thought Milwaukee had a good chance of winning this series, but I got Brooklyn in 6. It's too much to handle. 3 great players. And the one time James Harden played against Milwaukee, that's the only time Brooklyn won. The other 2 games, Brooklyn didn't win because they didn't even have their big 3 yet. So I got Brooklyn in 6. This is going to be a tough series between Brooklyn and Philly. It is going to be a very tough series. But I have got the Brooklyn Nets advancing to the finals in 7 games. I think their offense is too much for Philadelphia. And Philadelphia's offense is just Joel Embiid in the paint. And sometimes, Ben Simmons is a great passer and stuff. So, he is the main facilitator and stuff like that. They're going to make Philly work. And although Tobias Harris is playing like an all-star type player, is that going to carry on to the playoffs? No. So I got Brooklyn in 7 games. Utah vs the Lakers. This is going to be a close series. And I've got the LA Lakers winning this in 6 games. This could go to 7 games. I'm not even going to lie because Utah just beat LA. But I think it's going to go to 6 games. Utah's going to lose. It would be a very successful year for them, almost making it to the finals. But I think LA is too much for them. And they're more talented offensively. So I've got the LA Lakers winning this because they have LeBron and AD. All Utah has Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. This is going to be a tough series. LA Lakers vs the Brooklyn Nets. Very, very tough series, to say the least. Now, I would say the LA Lakers, but I can't see them winning this game. I got Brooklyn in 6 games, and here is why. Okay, so Brooklyn, I think they're a much better team offensively. Like, sometimes Dennis Schroeder doesn't really play that well. Anthony Davis, they have a lot of injury concerns, and although the Nets have that too, they have a big 3, and LA Lakers, they haven't went through a big 3 in the playoffs before going to the finals. So, I think Brooklyn will win in 6 because their offense is so good. Anthony Davis, you don't really know how good he's going to do, and although there's no one to really guard Anthony Davis or LeBron James, the only player I trust in the playoffs to beat LeBron James is Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, since they have had experience against LeBron James in the playoffs. And the big 3 is just too much for the LA Lakers to handle. The players around LeBron James and Anthony Davis are not enough. And I'm not even sure if Anthony Davis is going to be that good. I think it's going to be a LeBron show. And if that happens, I see Brooklyn winning 6. So the Brooklyn Nets are my official NBA championships. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and peace out.